Hello and welcome everyone. It is Wednesday, December 12th, 2018. New comic book day, best day of the week. Time for another new comic haul video. And there was some good stuff out this week. I didn't think there was going to be as much good stuff, but there was some really good stuff. Ton of first appearances, some really good indie books out this week too, so I'll show those in just a second. I'd usually like to thank all my subscribers. Thank you for watching my videos and sending me comments. I really appreciate it. Love being part of the community. Normally I do a shout out for Comic Shop at this point, but I was tagged in a video by Chris over at We Love Comics, I guess a week or so ago. So I'm going to tag a few channels that I really like. Some of them may have already been tagged, so I don't necessarily know that they have to put out another tag video, but I just want to recommend a couple channels that I watch, and a lot of you are aware of most of these, but I'll let you know anyways. The first one is The Chinist. And there will be links for all these down below too, by the way. He usually has a weekly haul video every week, and he runs through all the books. The nice thing with what I like about his is he actually talks about the story and the artwork and rates everything, and it's really good. I like his channel. The other one is Comics with Bueller. I'm sure you're all well aware of him. He's got a cool channel. And I try to watch most of his videos, and I mean, I love sitting and having a cup of coffee while I watch a video, and of course, he's always having a coffee, so cool channel, cool guy. And, he's not too, I'm on the west coast of Canada in Vancouver, and he's down in Oregon, so one of these days I'm going to drive down there, and he's going to have to buy me a coffee, because he says he'll always buy people a coffee if you come down there, so we'll go comic hunting. So Comics with Bueller is another really good one. Comic Tom 101, he has a really good channel. I don't watch all the videos. I really like, though, the weekly top 10 comics. Tom and Russell sit there and talk away. And the cool thing is it's not always new stuff. Sometimes just because a book is heating up because of spec stuff it's on there or whatever. So it's a whole range of books from old to new, and I really like that. It's they got a lot of really good info and good, and cool comics on there. So that's a really good one. And the last one is Comic Book Villain. He's a funny dude. He gets a huge haul every week, and I talk to him. I send messages to him and stuff, and every once in a while, and I really like his channel. So Comic Book Villain, he is the other one. So those are my four channels. It's kind of a tag shout out sort of thing. So those are four good ones. Like I say, links will be down below for all of them. So, anyways, check them out if you haven't. A couple books that showed up. I ordered these, man. I don't know how long ago now. It's Venom number 7, one of those. I know I talk about spending money on limited variants. I don't buy a lot of them, but I will buy them for ones I really like, and I really like that cover. Nothing really major happened in the book, so it's not really gonna. It'll stay flat at probably a $20 range, but it's a really nice cover, and I liked it, so I bought it. That is definitely one. I like Venom, and that's Venom is my man. So I'm gonna start with my independents. Picked up Dead Kings number 2. I have not read it yet. That is one I'll probably be reading tomorrow. Read most of these, though. Next one up is Magic Order number 5. Man, I read this, and I love this series. It's really good. I picked up all 4 covers. I got the cover A. Cover B is kind of a black and white. I got the cover C, which is that black and red. Love that one. And I like how they got the skull. They got kind of the smoke floating around. You got the skulls and the... That's really cool. I like that one. And then I picked up cover B, or the 4th cover as well, cover D. Really good. This was one of my picks this week, was Punchline. I got the regular cover. Also got the limited. I think it's a 1 for 10 if I'm not mistaken, but it's a really nice cover. That one I recommend you get. The story's good. The artwork is really good. Female characters are really getting picked up and stuff for movies, so boy, that one's got some real potential. I like that one, and it's a low print run too. Not a lot of shops are bringing it in though, so whether or not you can find it. And this is one I mentioned. It's Mega Ghost number 1. You've got your regular cover and the limited variant for that one. And this one, it's funny, this is kind of on regular stock, and this is on a really nice thick heavy stock glossy cover. It's a little more. It was $5.99, where this one's I think $3.99. And the cool thing with this one, it's put out by Albatross Funny Books, and that's a comic company created by Eric Powell, and he put out the original comic The Goon back in '99. Image of that, I'm going to put that on the screen for it, because if you ever come across that comic, that is worth, in high grade, you're looking at $1,000. It's a print run, I think, was around $2,200 for that. and it's the first, he had a first appearance in, what's it called, Descender Zero. I got an image of that on the screen too. There's like a 4-page preview in the back of that book. And then issue 1 was like the full, full first appearance and everything. So CGC lists the Goon #1 as first full appearance. So that's the highly collectible one. If you could, man, if you ever come across that, it's put out by Avatar. Boy, pick it up. It's a really good comic. But anyways, the reason I'm showing, I mean, this is a really good one too. This week, this should have been one of my picks. I don't know why it wasn't, but because I showed the order info for this about a month ago, and I hope all you were able to get it. Because this cover is drawn by Eric Powell, and it's a limited run variant, so that is a really, really good one to get. I highly suggest. If you come across that at your shop and they're not asking much for it, pick it up. That is a really good one to get. I'm glad I was able to get that. I wasn't sure if my shop was going to be able to bring that in for me, but because I sent him all the order info, and but he got it in for me. It was really cool. I liked it. So going to DC, there's some good stuff from DC this week. Batman Annual #3, picked that up. That was an okay story. Nothing major happens in there. Wonder Woman #60. I only grabbed cover B, the Jenny Friesen cover. Total cover buy. I like that. But Justice League Dark #6. I got the regular cover and 2 of the Clayton Crane covers. I love Clayton Crane stuff. He's really good. So, and he's the one that did that Venom #7 too, which is a nice cover. And this one had, right at the end, I mentioned in my coming down the road that issue #7 of Justice League Dark is going to have the Other Kind showing up, and there's some new characters, and right at the end of this they mentioned that the Other Kind is showing up, so next issue is going to be a big one, so make sure you keep going with that. Flash #60, I got cover A. This is the first full appearance of Fuerza, or Powerhouse, and she's on the cover as well, so cover A is a really good one. I got 2 of those. I got a second one there. I'm going to show some images inside in a second. I also picked up 2 of the variants for that one. It's a nice looking variant. I can't remember who it was who did that one, but anyways, I kind of mentioned that it looked like she was going to be a villain, but then it turns out that that her and Flash end up working together, and they're fighting this guy. What the heck is his name? I forget what his name was. He's a corrupt police officer. Anyways, he's got this army, but he gets this. Somebody sets him up with this weapon on his arm. He shoots all these bubbles, but they turn out it's part of the Sage Force, and they turn into all these monsters and everything. So now he's got the power of the Sage Force and this weapon on him. So it's kind of cool. It's interesting to see where that's going. It's funny. I dropped Flash for a while, and it's pretty good. I'm gonna definitely keep going with it for a while. I'm enjoying the where it's going right now. And like I say, that I can see that character going somewhere, because she's now teaming up with the Flash, and you never know, maybe she'll join up with the Justice League or something down the road. That's kind of cool. Batman 994, getting close to 1,000. Got cover A and cover B in that. Really nice cover B. I love that one. I am going to show some images in here because, like I say, it was kind of hinted this new character was showing up. And it does. So there's these murder scene. This murder scene is set up, and it kind of copies the scene of Bruce's parents, how they were killed, almost exactly down to the T. And this crazy ass creature shows up. I think its name is Raze, but I don't know if that's what the name is going to be. But the interesting thing is, it's fighting. It's chasing this lady around, and Batman comes and saves her. And right as he's fighting Batman, where the heck is it? He hisses. I gotta show the picture because, oh yeah. So he hisses this green gas all in this lady's face, and Batman keeps fighting him and stuff, and takes off. And then she turns into the Joker. So I don't know if it's the Joker that is controlling this creature or what, but man, it's leading up to 1,000 with Batman Arkham Knight showing up. It's going to be really good. I suggest you get that on your pull list. That is a good one. That is a really good one this week for sure. I'm enjoying that Detective Comics. I've enjoyed that for quite a while, a lot more than Batman. Although Batman right now is getting really good, so I'm definitely going to keep going with that too. Just got to move some of these books out of the way. And the one that you all got, I'm sure, Batman Who Laughs. Cover A, I got a few of those, and I got a few copies of cover B. I love this Capullo cover. As you all know, black covers are really hard to get in a really nice shape, and these are all, and the nice thing with these, it's all in a really nice cardstock, so it's a thicker, glossy cardstock, and they were all really nice shape at my shop, so I definitely grabbed a few of those. And I got to show some images in here, so if you haven't read it, turn it off. But as you're all aware, the Grim Knight shows up in here. So it is his first full appearance. He's on several pages and he kills a whole bunch of people. I love this one. Mr. Freeze is in a cell and he just walks by and blasts him with a flamethrower. That's just, oh, it's cool, man. I like this character. But anyways, so they got the Joker in this. Anyway, I'm not going to tell you what happens, but it's pretty good. And the last, how that issue ends, I'm not going to give it away because you got to read it, but it's pretty good. That's going to be an interesting story. And this Grim Knight apparently is one of the, he was kind of hidden by, he wasn't revealed in the original Metal series. So there was the 6 iterations of Batman, and the Grim Knight is one. It was the 7th one, and he was kind of hidden on Earth, so they didn't know about him. So that's kind of cool. So another one showing up. I like. He's kind of a Punisher style of character. He's really cool. I like him a lot. From Marvel, picked up a couple copies of Miles Morales Spider-Man. I was not all that impressed with it, to be honest with you. I thought it was okay, but I'm probably not going to keep going with it. I bought it because it's the #1. Picked up Sleepwalker #4. That was pretty good. I actually enjoyed that series a lot more than I thought I would. I didn't think I would like it, but it wasn't too bad. I picked up, this is a total cover buy, was the Fantastic Four wedding special, and it's the She-Hulk cover. It was a really nice cover, so I had to buy that one. I think that's an Art Germ cover, if I'm not mistaken. It's really nice. Picked up Spider-Man 11. I got cover A. I got the really nice Doctor Doom Fantastic Four villains cover. Really like that one. That's gorgeous. And then I got the Conan cover. And as you're all well aware, they're pumping up Conan because he's launching next month, and I'm going to talk about him in just a second. So, Avengers #11 got cover A. Got again the Fantastic Four villains cover, and another Conan cover. Really, I like these Conan covers. Actually, they're really nice. I'm a big Conan fan, so. Picked up 2 copies of X-23 #7. There is the first appearance at X-Assassin. It's kind of a robotic cyborg clone sort of thing that shows up. So see where that goes. Picked up Black Order #2. Got that really nice cover B. For whatever reason, it's kind of a simple cover, but it almost looks like they're holding a flashlight under their chin and shining it up. It looks, I don't know, I really like it. But I got to show something in here because I'm not 100% sure of this. But they're talking about, near the end of the book, so again, I'm going to show images and talk about it. The Black Order is talking about, well, they're talking with, who the heck is his name? I can't remember this guy's name. Sorry, it slips. Anyways, they're talking with this guy here. And he's talking about Gabriel the Airwalker, the Herald of Galactus. And he had a bow. And this bow he would use to shoot an arrow into a planet to kind of transform the planet so it was more nutritious for Galactus, and it would kind of subdue the inhabitants of the planet so they wouldn't fight back and stuff. So he's mentioning that the guy they're fighting has the bow locked away. So of course now the Black Order wants to go get the bow. And they're like, wow, man, if we have that bow, think of the power we could have and everything else. But so the thing with this Gabriel, I know that he had the Horn of Galactus, but I don't ever recall him having a bow. So it could potentially be a new weapon showing up that has some cosmic energy and stuff that Galactus, I don't know. But anyways, I just thought I'd mention that because I don't ever remember him having a bow. Maybe if somebody remembers that, I don't know. Anyways. Picked up Doctor Strange, Best Defense #1. And I also got 2 copies, well, 3 copies actually, of the Silver Surfer #1. Because that new character, I mentioned that new character, the Train, was showing up. So I'm going to show some images in here too. So he's like an ancient celestial. I thought maybe his head was cut off by Null in Venom #4, but I don't think the head is cut off this guy. But right on the first page, or second page, I guess it is, you got Galactus in space here, and this thing goes blasting right by him. And later in the book, I just got to find an image of it because he's kind of, oh yeah, right here. It's kind of a cool, he's Silver Surfer runs into, so he's this celestial standing on this, whatever the heck this thing is, kind of this ship or whatever, and that's him right there. It looks like he's got a head, but maybe his head is missing, I don't know. It really would be kind of funny if that was the celestial that Null cut the head off and he's going around, been for billions of years. But anyways, it is first appearance of the train, so that is definitely a good one to get. And I don't have put an image on the screen of that scan variant, the one for 25. I've got one ordered and it's coming, but I don't have it yet. My shop didn't get it in. It's definitely a good one. If I mentioned it before, if you could find that one, boy, you want to get that book. From DC, I forgot to mention that I did pick up a couple copies of Batman Damned. Got 2 copies of cover A and a couple copies of the cover B. So no Harley Bush showed up in this, but I am going to show an image here because it's the end of this is a little bizarre because Harley Quinn is dressed up like the Joker trying to kill everybody. And she stabs Batman in the neck with this, whatever this stuff is. So I don't know what she put into him. And then she makes out like she's gonna, do her thing with him. And she does unzip her top and everything. And it looks like she's all had her chest split open and like an autopsy done on her, which is really bizarre. But anyways, so that is, getting a little risque. And then right at the end, okay, so is Batman beating her up or doing something else to her on the, who knows. Anyways, it's kind of interesting. And then you got this ghost figure coming up out of the water below, so kind of bizarre, but it's a good story. The artwork is really good, and my shop had brought a bunch in and they were all gone. If you didn't pre-order them, you weren't getting them at my shop, so I don't know about you guys, but it's a pretty good story, and I'm definitely picking that up all the way through. So anyways, a couple things I want to talk about spec books here. The reason I got these in the background is Avengers #57. I'm sure you're well aware a lot of that is the first appearance of the Vision. And then I showed this West Coast Avengers, I don't know, 6 months ago. I just had it in the background. Didn't really talk about it. The only reason I bought it back in '89 when it came out, I think it was '89, just because I liked the cover. And I've had it sitting in a box for years, and I showed it. The cool thing is, Key Collector Comics App, Nick put out a video. You should go watch it. Actually, I'll put a link to it down in my comments. It's titled, I don't know what the heck's it called. I think it's titled Avengers Endgame or something. It's but there's a lot of really good comic spec, and one of them is this one, because it's rumored that the Vision may be coming back as White in the upcoming Avengers movie. So this West Coast Avengers #45 from 1989 is a really good one to get. And that's been in dollar bins. I've come across those, for years. And I just came across some of those a couple months ago at the swap meet. I remember I looked at them like, I bet I've got some of those, because I got a couple copies. And now they're like $15-20 on eBay. So anyways. And then the other reason I got Conan in the background here, Conan #1, its first comic appearance of Conan. Really good book to get. And I suggest if you're in the market to get this one, you get it soon. Because I was just reading an article, and it looks like they're relaunching Conan in the spring, but up to this point, he's been kind of living in his own world and fighting, sorcerers and its knights and all that kind of usual Conan stuff. But, the Hyborian Age and all that. But it looks like with Avengers No Road Home #6, Conan is actually going to be fighting with the Avengers or against the Avengers, or he's in the story. And the article I read, I'm going to put a link to it in my comments as well. It looks like he's going to be brought into the main Marvel universe somehow. I don't know, with this whole Marvel legacy going back, a million years ago, if somehow they're going to work him in that way or what, but he's not just going to, by the sounds of it, he's not just going to be off in his own world fighting, you know, knights and sorcerers and stuff. He's actually going to be maybe even joining the Avengers at some point. So, and down the road, that means, you know, movies coming and stuff. That this is right now these books are really cool. There's, you know, you can find lots of them. I picked up another copy of 2324, the first Red Sonja. Oh shit! I talked about Elric the White Wolf. His first, I think it was 1314 or 1415. I can't remember. I couldn't find them. I was going to dig them out, but they're really good books as well. There's kind of a few key books that you want to get in the Conan run, and right now is a good time to get them because they're pretty darn cheap. So, anyways, that's it this week, folks. Some good ones to get. Like I say, look for this West Coast Avengers 45. You should be able to find that in the back bins. If you can find a couple copies for $1, pick them up. The original 57 is great. The Conan books right now are, nobody's really looking at them, but you know, when Conan actually relaunches, and then when people see that he's joining the Avengers and stuff, they're going to start hunting those down, and they're 40 plus years old now, so you got to start looking for those if you want them. Anyways, that's it, folks. Take care. Happy hunting. Talk to you later in the week. Bye for now.